It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Lock in. 54. Rip left.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Montgomery complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 18.
Now Trubisky on first down, rolling to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Trubisky will throw. He's got Burton here. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On second down, Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, 180! 54! Right, 54! Watch the slats!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Taylor Gabriel. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Crunch time, defense.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Out of the gun, Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
They can't hang with us.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Newton and Olsen here with a connection. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's third and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Wright's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. 36 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check. Ran.
Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ran.
On third down, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 83 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
20.
3rd and 2, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Go.
Newton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 37-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Gano for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Second and 3 at the Panthers' 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
Tie the game, 28-all. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
180! Check, watch 54, watch 54. You remember me? You remember me? Alert! Check 31.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Hey, ball. 54's Mike. Hey, Delta. 54, watch 54.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense.